Well, hello, happy Monday. Hope everyone is doing well. If you're hopping on, say hello. If you're catching the replay, say replay, and you'll comment the word Monday if I can help you with anything. So we are going to start on Mondays talking about gratitude. So I'd love it if you'd comment below something you're grateful for today. So I'm grateful that we live close enough to our granddaughter where I get to spend time with her. And it's so funny, you know, our daughter will say all the time, we just so appreciate you coming to watch her. And I'm like, no. I appreciate that you allow me to watch her and that I get to be part of her life, right? You know, it could be that the other daughter had the little one and she's in Vegas. I couldn't go there every other week or every week to watch her. So just really grateful that she's local. So that's my gratitude today. Drop yours in the comment. All right, today I am going to use powder foundation. And if you've been around for a hot minute, you know I love it. And it is more of a fuller coverage. Everything's a little buildable, but more of a full coverage than, of course, BB cream. Because, like, hello, that's like not even really a foundation. We tout it as a foundation, but it's not really a foundation. All right, and I like this because, again, buildable, matte, because you know me, I like, on top of my BB cream, I even use setting powder because I like a matte finish. But it is hydrating. It is infused with shea butter, so it has no talc, which is also very important. Then I just use 2 shades so that brighten kind of my T-zone and around my eyes. Lovely, lovely. All right, and I am still going to use the bronzer and the blush that are on the Last Chance sale. So I had a bundle that had this and this and a brush, and I will update it to a different brush, to a blush brush. Ooh, say that 4 times. I tried to do it earlier and the website was crashing, so go figure. But it will keep the bundle under $50. And I just want you to see how pretty it is. And then once these shades go, the bundle goes. Because they're not restocking. That's why they're Last Chance. So I get to be with the granddaughter again on Thursday. So very excited about that. My husband and I were with her on Saturday. So I get twice in 1 week, which is very unusual. All right, a little bit of blush. Don't be scared about how highly bright this is, because it's about how much you apply. And if I can wear this blush, you could wear this blush, because I am so pale. This is the brush that was in the deal before because it went with the free product, which was this. But this ended yesterday. Still going to use it because I like it. But you don't get it for free anymore. You can purchase it if you missed out and you want it. So as we are about to be in August, which is just crazy to me. Crazy, crazy, crazy. I noticed a lot of schools are starting. You know, obviously our granddaughter is not old enough to be in school yet. So I haven't been keeping up with all of that. And, you know, our kids are in their 30s. So it's like, I haven't been keeping up with any of that. But it is time to start talking about fall. It's crazy. but it's coming. I wish sooner rather than later. So we're going to do a fall lip today, and I'm going to do the same lip I did yesterday, and it is the All Day. I call it my All Day lip. It is from our Splash line, and I don't think I showed you last night. We finished dinner, or it wasn't really dinner, it was snacks before the concert we went to last night. And we were walking to the venue, and I said to my husband, I'm like, ooh, is my lipstick still on? And now, you know, I'd had a drink, and then we had the appetizers, and my lipstick looked perfect. Perfect. It was crazy. I had not touched it. I hadn't, you know, I didn't have to reapply, which is why I wore it, right? Because I knew it should. But, you know, sometimes depending on what you eat, how you eat, that could be a problem. But it was not. So I was very excited. So if you are looking for something that you could wear, like to date night, out to dinner, I would suggest picking up this All Day lip. It is brilliant. All right, what are we gonna do on the eyes? Let's just do a super simple eye. Since I'm going brown on my lips, I'll use this mini palette. I don't use these very often, but this warm palette would be awesome for fall. You know what else would be awesome for fall? Not that one. There's 4 different shades of these. This palette that has this green and this brown, I'll use this one today. This one would be great. This is called our Peach Tones palette because these, you know, got a little peach in them on this side, but I'm going to use the brown and the green, and I'm going to omit the peach that's a little shimmery. I'm just going to use the brown, the green, and the really light kind of creamy color. I think it'll be really pretty. And I think this would be such a great fall palette. And why I think a green, a little pop of green on the eye in the fall, I don't know. It just seems so fall to me. Is that weird? I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but I love it. So I am going to pop this neutral color kind of on my lid and up under my crease first to kind of like a base coat. And these little palettes have primer infused in them, so you don't really need a primer, and they're really pigmented. So a lot of times I like to tap the brush. I know that's kind of annoying if you're watching, but I think it really helps with getting the excess off. Because as I was putting that on, I did not tap, and I noticed stuff flying around in my eyes. So, all right. And with these, a little bit goes a long way. So I barely put some on here, and I'm going to just see what that does. Pretty. Again, I can tap more on. And I didn't know that the first time I used it, and I grabbed a ton, and it was a little problematic. So, word to the wise. Okay, so I like that. So I just put the brown kind of in my crease, traveled a little down on the outer edges, and then I'm going to take the green shade, which I know, what, green? I think it will be pretty. Right here, kind of on the outer corner. I like that. It's subtle. It's not like bold green, right? That's pretty. What do you think? Kind of mixed with that brown, it just takes on this deep, rich color. I'm happy with that. All right, I'm gonna clean up a little bit with this lighter color. I have words. Just anywhere that I got outside the lines. That is pretty, right? Now, I could pop this peach on. I don't really want to today, so I'm not going to. But, you know, it's nice that you have some variations with only having 4 shades. You know, you can come up with a couple of different looks out of it. You know, I tend to lean to like palette 9 and palette 10 because they each have 9 shades. And I'm like, oh, I can color combo my heart out. But these are great and they're just so super compact. So I don't know why I don't use them more often. Who knows? All right. I know I curled these earlier. I just feel like, you know, a little double check on that. All right, we're gonna come in with our mascara and then we'll talk about our lip. So if you're watching, you're commenting replay or you're commenting the word Monday. And let me hook you up with a new lip with my discounted bundle that's under $50, which includes the blush and the matte bronzer I used today. Or we can hook you up with a Quadra mascara, which is what I'm using now, and help grow your lashes. I feel like I have hair in the way. Okay. There we go. One more pass. A little on the bottom. Now let's talk lips. So in my lip bundle, which I'll link in the comments when I get done, I put 4 things together, which gets you the maximum discount, which is 20% off. So I included my lip mask, my favorite liner, and then 2 splash lipsticks. So this lip mask I'm gonna put on to help nourish. And I normally do that at the very beginning, but I did not today. So just a little bit, goes a long way. And then this liner, they say it's a dusty mauve. It's very close to this color of my skin. Yesterday I used a darker liner and I actually didn't care for it as much. I felt like it defined too much and I don't really want that. All right, make sure I don't have too much lip mask on. So this applicator is really cool. I can show it because it's indented like that to help apply on your lips. So I actually wipe it off so it doesn't have as much product. And then Just clean that up. So you see, it's kind of a really rich, almost takes on a little bit of a red hue. It's called Dirty Chai. But then I take a lighter, this is like the most nude lip color ever. And I'm just going to ombre and change this lip color. See how that just lightened that up? And like I said, yesterday I applied it. We went and got a bite to eat. I went to a concert and it stayed the whole time. So I love that. I love that you can use something that doesn't mean you have to have 19 things in your pocket. Because that was the deal last night. Because there was a bag policy and I don't own a clear bag. And I don't own a tiny bag because what's the purpose of having a tiny, tiny bag? So I was everything in the pockets. All right, last thing I'm gonna do is spray the face. And that would be a great fall look. A little darker of an eye, that pop of a little bit of green that you can't even hardly tell it's green. I don't know, I really like it. All right, that's gonna do it for me for today. Thanks for watching. Till next time.